You draw your guns and bombs, weapon of destruction. Let us sit down and reason and discuss this one. How come you never tried love? I beg them put on no arms down. Don't wanna see my brothers a fall down. Blood running over like it can't done. Because of Babylon and them tall gun, them shotgun. Put on no arms down. Don't wanna see my people a fall down. Mama crying tears like them can't done. Because of them and them tall gun, yeah. We can make it happen. We can make it happen. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. We have been blessed, possessed the souls of the slaves. That's why we can survive off of the minimum wage. Mama say, don't dash where you stick before you cross over the river. Don't waste food, cause no have no dinner. We have to change things. Every day we get up, it's the same things happening again. Let's rearrange things. Can't blame politicians alone. No, we have to change things. Every day we get up, it's the same things happening again. Let's rearrange things. Can't blame politicians alone. No. Oh, da da da, yeah, yeah. Yeah. We go together like hands in a glove, together like white in a rum, together like a range and doves, just like the bass and drums. Wa da da da, yeah. Together like waves in a ocean, together like the perfect conversation, together like the universe, the moon and the stars and the planets and the gods of creation. Yeah, yeah, man. This is Kahini King, born in the Garden Parish of St. Anne, grew up in St. Mary, you know. Garden Parish of the Marcus Garveys, the Bob Marleys, and the Burning Spear, you know. So warrior was embedded in my DNA. Yes, sir. Kahini and the journey. Yes, sir. So my name is Kahini King. I was born in the Garden Parish of St. Anne, parish of the Marcus Garveys, the Bob Marleys, and the Burning Spear, you know. So from spirit is embedded in our DNA. And I started my musical journey I'd say at an early age. Professionally, I started recording at the age of 15 when I started high school. But, you know, music been following me, you know, since I was a little kid. I remember growing up, you know, I used to make my guitars out of sardine cans and fishing lines and stuff like that in the backyard, you know. Set up my whole drum kit and under the soursop tree. And, you know, who would have thought that the journey would have brought me here, you know. The first concert, I would say, my first time performing, I was probably like 3 years old. We're doing the backyard concert, you know. So when it was my time, we all sit on that bench, you know, 2 cinder blocks and a piece of board, you know. Everybody was doing their thing, and you know, it was my time to hit the stage. So my song of choice was "Ring My Bell" at the moment, you know. So I started singing "You Could Ring My Bell, You Could Ring My Bell," and just burst out in tears, and everybody laughed because I was so shy growing up, you know. And you know, that musical journey, I would say, that musical aspect of me, I wouldn't identify so perfectly at that time, you know, because I was like one of the multi-talented kids, you know. I did sports, I played soccer, table tennis, and all these crazy things, the stunts on the bicycles and the skateboard, growing up until, you know, when I started high school, you know, I link up with some guys. One used to give me the bass line. Elvis Presley used to give me the bass line, you know, and Gregory Reed would give me the top end, you know. So we used to do the local school stuff, you know, competitions, and you know, we always singing devotion. And I remember my music teacher, Mr. Brown, who used to, you know, really pressure us and, you know, encourage us to sing and and all of these things, and taking instruments seriously. But at the time, I was a singer, but the voice training and all this stuff, I thought it was silly and things like that. I didn't take it seriously, so I started doing dancehall music, and my voice ended up maturing at an early age. Start have this raspy voice in high school. So graduated high school, started venturing into the talent shows. Even during high school days, I used to venture into talent shows and on Ocherius, Kingston, Portland. And started owning my craft when I started taking it seriously. One time, a friend of mine, Smokey, took me into the dance, and I sing a song named "Guide Us While We Trod, Protect Us from Harm," And the people then went crazy in the dance. And I said, a feeling come over me to say, yo, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life, And it started right there. At the time, when I was doing dancehall, I was always being compared to some of the artists in dancehall music. So I feel this rush and this urge inside of me to do something different. I'm from the North Coast area, so I always perform in front of American audience. People from all over the world. We're on the touristy side, so I always have this kind of Sing J vibes. But I always wanted to do something different. So I have the obsession for guitars. And I remember I was probably 17, 18, I remember I used to borrow a friend of mine guitar, Kumar out of Stour Town. He's a Rasta man having guitar, and I used to borrow it and go to the seasides and just hold a meditation. I would just strum it and just to listen to it flow, And that obsession, I would say, started from when my dad gave me a guitar when I was about 4 years old, and I used to pull it around. So I always have this sound in my head, when I listen to Redemption songs, and, them songs I used to play a lot in the house. So I have this obsession for guitars. So when I took the guitar and I went to the beach and I was just strum it, I used to sleep with it. I used to sleep with it on my chest and all these things like it's my girlfriend, So one night I dreamt I was playing a song, and I got up and I started strumming the song, It was a tribute to Bob Marley, It's called Always on My Mind. So I got up and started strumming it on the guitar. Still can't play it to this day. I don't play it out, but I strum it on the morning break. I was playing it from 4 o'clock in the morning till the morning break and thing. I was excited, So I run down to the beach side and practice some more. On my way back from the beach now, I saw this guy. He's like, "You can play that?" I'm saying, "No, I'm just a practice something, So he said, "Come here, let me show you 2 cards." And he taught me how to play No Woman No Cry, And I remember I sat over the ball ground in Stour Town. I was practicing No Woman No Cry. Yeah. But every time I start opening my mouth to sing, my fingers would stop working. So I sat there and I practiced for few hours, and that's when I become one with my guitar. And after that, every song that comes to me, it comes to me with a melody on the guitar, and they're working a right foot, left foot movements in the marching movements, So it helps me grow into owning who Kaini was, because I have all these thoughts going through my mind. I never like to be compared with anyone really, but being compared to great people is definitely a plus, So the guitar, we bonded, and we just grew and grew and grew, and never did a music lesson, never did a guitar lesson. I dreamt I was playing it, and I just picked it up and played, and that's the blessing that the Almighty gave unto me, and I just love sharing that with the world, with positivity for sure.
See you and me forever, girl. Together, girl. We go together like hands in a glove, together like white in a rum, together like a rage and dove, like the bass and drums, wa-da-da-da, yeah. Together like waves in an ocean. Together like a perfect conversation. Together like the universe, the moon and the stars and the planet and the gods of creation. Together like leaves on a tree, like the alphabet from A to Z. Together like the harmony we sing, like my guitar with the strings. But out of everything, your love means everything to me. Love means everything to me. Girl, your love means everything to me. Your love means everything to me. Wada da da yeah. Your love means everything to me. Your love means everything to me. We could fly away. Your love means everything to me. My life is open, you can walk in. I want you all in. Remember when you're falling, love it not come with no warning sign. Looking at your eyes is paradise. You smile brighter than the sun in the morning time. Open your heart.
My first time in a recording studio. Magical, I would say. You know, was nervous. I was always a shy kid growing up, you know. But a friend of mine, Yellow Kid from Ocherios, brought me into the studio to record on a track with me, Chopper John, and another artist named Melon P. We had like this group back in the days, you know. So I was in the studio, nervous as hell, you know. But when I go around the microphone, I feel this power, you know. And the first song that came out of my mouth was The Messages in the Music. You know, entertainers don't abuse it, you know. Because entering the music business, I feel like words are powerful, you know. So I always feel like if I'm going to put something on record that everyone's going to hear for the rest of their lives, you know, we have to make it be something of substance, you know. So I start DJ the song and start singing, the messages in the music, entertainers, please stop abuse it, the whole wide world listening to it, you know. You know, them time where the style was a movement, so the engineer get crazy in the place and everybody start bust spear shot, you know. So we come out now and, you know, them, you know, big up the tune and congratulate me and thing and bless me up them and say my sound good. The engineer said to me, say, this your first time in the studio? And I say, yeah man. Him say, well, don't stop do it. You know, don't stop do it. And I took that advice to this day. From then on, I was like the underdog out of my community. We had Smokey, we had Ghetto Kid, we had Ice Water, you know. So I was the last one really started out. I was a late bloomer, you know. And I felt like I was competitive, I would say, because, you know, being the last one started on the music, they had a lot of more experience than me, you know. And, you know, I just take time in owning my craft and practicing a lot. Practice is very important, you know, and, you know, believing what you're doing is very important. So I knew I felt I had a responsibility. So I took on to the challenge and, you know, and I never stopped from then on. I just keep on moving positively and moving upwards since, you know, owning my craft and until the name start buzzing in people's ears all over the world, you know.
Yeah. Wada da da, yeah. Yeah. Reminiscing, oh, kicking back in the island breeze. Listen to birds singing in the island trees. Never born with no riches or no silver spoon, but nothing could compare to life like this. Mango season, every pot done down. Nothing nice like roast red fruit and rundown. Aki, saltfish, we national dish. Back then we used to fight fist to fist. Never.
Yeah. Some of my musical influences in the business, I would say, I'd start with Bob Marley. He really inspired my life and a whole, not just my music, you know. We have Sizzla Kalonji, we have Buju Banton, we have Capleton, some of the greats them internationally, overseas now. We have the group Script, we have Hootie and the Blowfish. I listen to a lot of alternative music, you know. And I think guitar-driven music inspire my music also. So I tend to bridge reggae music and our culture with a lot of alternative rock music also, you know. like I say, roots rock reggae, so we're not even want to put a label on it anyway, yeah. But those are some of my influences in the business, and influences keep on growing every day. Like every day, people inspire my life, inspire music. A lot of the music I write is about my personal life and people around me, So I'm grateful for that gift to be able to take people's life and their story and put it into a song, and then everybody feel a part of it because it's everybody's story. It's not just a one man thing; it's our story. Yes, sir. My creative process, man, my creative process is I'm a workaholic, I would say. So whenever I'm always creating, always writing, always listening to tracks. So like like our own base studio, which was Beatmania, up in Mount Vernon, New York. We up all night writing, creating, making beats. But the sweetest part for me and which I love, is playing my guitar and having musicians come, and we all combine our forces and our energy together to put force into one's music, which is the bass player's spirit, the keyboard player's spirit, the drummer's spirit, everybody, the guitarist spirit, So that for me is like watching my children and being born, and that's like giving life to something that's in you, your creativity. Somebody is expanding and even making it even better. I'd say, yeah, enhancing on it. So that process I totally love more. I would say more than just knocking on a electronic beat and thing. I don't mind. I do tracks also. I don't mind. I love every aspect of the music that I do, But there's a special part with me when with the guitar and watching it develop into something magical, and sharing that spirit with other singers and players of instrument. It's magical for me, you know. We always take time out. I'm a writer. I like to write my songs down on paper, like, the more I evolve and mature in the business, sometimes I don't write the songs. I'll, just mess them in my head and just, yeah, it's writing, physical, mental writing, working on the memory and stuff like that. But I always love to put it down on paper also. So when I see it in front of me, writing first take is good. Sometimes rewriting is better, So we have to, sometimes I like to put in words and articulate it in a way, where it's gonna spark somebody's mind and like, did he say that, So I always think deep and really high, to broaden your horizon too, So we give thanks to the inspiration from the Most High to be able to take thought process and put it to music, so one can really learn from it.
Bring back the glory days, glory days. Bring back the glory days. I remember the days when me and my friends them used to sit down on the pavement. I reason about the years to come. I wonder where those days went. Playing football at the playfield, go a river or hang out at the cane field. Tumble down and cut up we self, still no care how pain feel. Can't wait for reach home, figure taste mama cooking. Food smells so good it got everybody looking. Nothing like some cold lemonade with some sweet potato pudding. And those were my glory days, glory days, glory days. Bring back the glory days, glory days, glory days. Oh, bring back the glory days. And all my thugs that passed away, the memory always.
What type of artist is Kaini? I would say I'm a I'm an eclectic kind of artist. I like diversity, and I like experimenting with music. So um, I'm one of the type who never limit my potential in music or limit, my potential in growing, so I'm always open to ideas. I'm always reaching, so I would say, yeah, I'm always evolving. I'm a humble youth who love positivity, love consciousness, love to share that, and I try to express that in every song that I sing, may it be up tempo or a ballad, a acoustic song on my guitar. I like to just be free and not afraid to search within self and search within others for that kind of love, to express it through the music so one can feel it also. I I like spending time at the water. I love I love times in the hills where I get my inspiration, mostly where I pen my music, and spending time in nature really help to keep me grounded, which I love balance. And Kaini, the meaning of Kaini is spirit of a warrior, but I live my life and I represent balance. So yeah, if one would ask who is Kaini really, I would just say I represent love and balance, and I live and I walk by it, and I stand by. I stand up for what I believe in, and I express it through the music. That's a blessing. Some of my memorable moments in music business, I would say, it started magically. I was at Big Yard Studio recording my music, and I called Derek Barnett, one of the top bass player out of Jamaica, to come play a bass line on a song for me. So when we were there working and stuff, him say, Sylvia putting out the Shatters movie, I mean, I said, Shatters? He say, Shatters are old movie, man. I said, no, man, because Shatters been in the street, bootleg, boom, boom, boom for years, It's one of my favorite movies. So him say, if you link Obsess, so I hit up Sylvia, and he hit me back up, and I say, you remember me? He dropped his number and we call each other. I say, you remember me? I live in Stuart Town, Him say, yeah, remember him? I say, yeah, man, me and Nicky Silk and everybody, So he's like, I'm looking for a sad song, So I tell him I have a song named Rain. Him say, that's the one I want. And I say, all right, cool, never hear the song. So there, I sent him a song the evening, and he called me up and he went off. I'm like, yes, this is it. And I said, all right, cool, I'm going to go record it, He said, no, man, this is the way I want it, because I just demoed the song. I was looking for my direction in music, because when I go around people and they try to put it in a box, So he said, this is the one I want. And it was the first song I produced for myself. It was Wings of an Angel and Shatters soundtrack, a song called Rain. He said, this is the one I wanted, And that become one of my most memorable moment in music for my life career, because Shatters become one of the number one movie, Jamaican gangster movie out there, everybody knows Shatters, and everybody knows of Kaini name through the Shatters movie, Another one I would say is in Germany, performing, acoustically, and just sitting on the stage and playing my guitar, singing my melodies, and the way the people react to me, and react to the music, when I open my eyes and I see all the love I'm receiving, it's just like these moments. You can't run from these moments. These are the healing moments, when people can call me up. I remember even from the Shatters movie, this girl hit me up from Africa. Her boyfriend got killed in a drive-by, and, she found the credit on the music and looked me up, found me on social media, messaged me and tell me that my music saved her life. So, these moments is like healing moments for I and I soul, because when time you can put out something out there, that's saving people's life, I'm on the right path. I definitely know I'm on the right path, because I never feel discouraged or feel downhearted and feel like giving up or never not want to do this, So definitely those two moments is, besides some up close and personal moments that we have with friends and family, which is just like vibing, and that moment right there, we sometimes it's not even the big sea of people in the audience, sometimes I have to be singing for one person, you know, because sometimes I'm just jamming there and just one person need that healing at the moment, you know, and the word sound and power go out in the universe. So, yeah, man, memorable moments is unstoppable and you know, they keep on coming, but those two right there, that Shatters movie really changed my entire music career in my life, you know. Make me know the real purpose why I'm here doing this.
Jamina complain, a better days gonna come. Jamina complain, even though they want me life go down. Jamina complain, I rise to see the morning sun. Nah complain, Jamina complain. Instead I give thanks to me two little daughter them. Bless up them mothers, God them bear the pain. Although a little food on the table, love remains the same. I've been through the mud, been through the dirt, the cold, the snow, the sleet, the rain. Been down in the gutter, still strong like a million grain. Me nah complain. A better days gonna come, Jammy nah complain. Even though they want me life in done, Jammy nah complain. I rise to see the morning sun, nah complain. Jammy nah complain. Cause if I one bread we broke it in a half, one dumpling we cut it in a half. Some are fight we don't know the road we want.
Okay. What am I passionate about besides music? I'm passionate about sharing. I'm passionate about charity. You know, I'm a part of a lot of foundations, organizations that do a lot of charitable work, and you know, I like low keyness. You know, I like to be on the low key movements when it comes on to charity. But a lot of people been telling me, "Kind, you gotta start putting your face out there so people know what you do." And I'm passionate about starting my own organization, which is called, we want to call it the Zinc Fence Project, which we want to clean up all the communities nearby. We grew up, we want to, like, you know, we're not waiting on the politicians them to start it. So I keep on working on developing that platform, that project right there, you know, and I encourage anybody who want to start it. It's not an idea for me alone to do. I'm putting it out there where we want to start cleaning up our communities, you know, and, you know, we're not going to sit and wait for no politician to do it. We got to start, you know, taking down the zinc fence so we can see our neighbors and break that fear, because I think the zinc fence around us feels like a prison to me, you know, and I can't see why we in this time and century and people still living in, you know, lapidated conditions, you know. So I'm passionate about that. I'm passionate about building schools, you know, trade centers so you can build skills. And yeah, farming, definitely. You know, we don't really push you on the side yet, but we always participate in farming because we know the food is the staff of life, you know. So these are things that I'm passionate about. I dibble-dabble here and there, you know, but having my own farm is my ultimate goal. You know, why I choose music as a career is, like, I didn't choose music as a career, really and truly. You know, it started out with a dream, you know, and started out wanting to make a positive change, you know, and the change I want to make, me, like, walking the streets as are developing, walking and carrying the message it's not going to get us to the destination time. You know, music reaches the mass of people. You know, people listen to music more than they listen to politicians or anybody, any leader at all. Music is what people learn from, and music is the culture that music is the voice of the voiceless, you know, and I want to stand up against bullyism in all form, shape, may it be from high school, little school, politicians, countries, the world leaders. Yeah, people who are bullied, I feel like I have to defend the voiceless, you know, and music, the Almighty blessed me with this talent, you know, so, you know, I didn't come in it to say, I want to make some money and run. Coming into this, it's like, I started it with a love, and it becoming my whole total lifestyle, you know, and when time you do something that you love and you're passionate about, and it never felt like work, even though it's really, really hard work, I always felt the strength to be the voice for the voiceless and just speak up against injustice anywhere, So I think those are the two things that I'm really passionate. I'm passionate about music because it reaches the people's soul. Yes, How do I feel about the ever-changing music industry? I, I would say I'm always evolving, so I'm always open to change. I try to evolve with music styles and genres also, but the business aspect of it is always changing and kind of depleting because of quality depletion also. And we are at that age right now where somebody can use them cell phone and make a song. So technology kind of break that barrier down, and the quality kind of deplete. So I'm always in my own lane. So I always feel I do my own thing. It's never a competition. I'm not in the rat race of the music industry. I'm not in the circles of this type of music or that type of music. I'm in the lane of this type of music, Kaini, soul music. So I'm never worried about the changes that go on in different genres of music, because I think what I do is definitely in its own lane, and it speaks for itself and it speaks volume. So once we promote the music right and get the music to the people, it's definitely going to make the impact. So Kaini will always be in the lane and ever evolving with the times and the music industry, So it never really affect my style, I would say, because the type of music that we do is for all genres of music and for all times, timeless music. So that's what's special about what Kaini does.
Can I get a round of applause for poor people, cause them work so hard, standing ovation for mama, cause mama always works so hard. Can I get a round of applause for the people, them will work so hard, standing ovation for papa, cause him always works so hard. Mama hustle in the marketplace, though she come from the ghetto in the smallest place. We make it in the life for one of the hardest race. Roads we trod, no one want to walk this place. Fighting poverty, one of the hardest.
What is Kaini currently working on now? Yes, Kaini is working on a few projects. Working on an album called Change Things Evolution. We had dropped it a few years ago. Because of certain things, we had to pull the album offline. So who have a copy of that have a special edition. So we're getting ready to drop my first album produced by myself early next year. And also working on a project out of California with Water the Plants team. Omar Goodness, the whole family over there. We had linked up in California last November, and we decided to work on an album. We released a single called Let Love Lead the Way, featuring Wise Intelligence and Bobby Castro, who are magnificent rappers. Y'all can go check that out. I have a single out with Prince Talib, and the strings rhythm that you have to check out, produced by Digital One Productions, And just stay tuned. We have new single coming out for January called Only Miles Away, and that is where the Gideon kicks off, where Kaini, you'll be seeing the evolution, may I say, the growth, everything, new moves, new styles, new sounds coming at you.
Someone you feel when you are shining a better light. If they didn't know Jah, then they would know life. They seek out and do wrong when equally knows right. Some souls are in darkness and they'll never know light. I know like they don't know
my fans and for upcoming artists out there who want to venture out in this music world, I would say, love what you do it from a good place, may I say. Spend time to master your craft, do it with love, and never forget roots, never forget integrity, understand? it's entertainment, but we can still keep dignity and integrity within the music that we do. You know, for my fans them out there, don't be afraid to hold I accountable. All right, and please do go check out the music then, because we have some new stuff coming at you. I want you to go download our Ghetto Dreams EP. I want you to go download Prince Talib and Kaini As I Rise. I want you to go download these music, because it's a continuation. You will see the growth and the evolution of the whole thing and where this journey is going. All right. We love and respect all the support. Please like and share and follow our YouTube channel. It's Kaini King. Follow me on Instagram, Kaini_Kidus_King. KYENIE_KEDUS_King. All right. Facebook, Kaini King. Everything. Log in and plug in and definitely share. All right. New things coming at you positively. Some of my hobbies. I'm an adventurous person. I love hiking, you know. I love traveling. You know, I like meeting new people and seeing new places and stuff. And but I really enjoy swimming, you know, spending time at the river, you know, cycling, you know, a little bit of motorcycling, you know. I love that. I just love adventures, and I definitely love skateboarding. As a little youth, I was obsessed with skateboard. I was a born skateboarder, so I still do that up to today, you know. And, you know, spending quality time with family when I do have time. That's definitely my hobby, you know, because I don't get to see them as often, you know. And alone time, I think that's one of my favorite ones, where I get to get into myself and, you know, analyze myself, hold myself accountable, check myself, and find center. Because as we go through life, it's important we do the things that we love that keep our soul refreshed, you know. So I enjoy those things, you know, spending time by the water. Yes, I. And you know what I enjoy more than all of that? I don't know if this is a hobby. Yeah, I'm a G money there. I don't know if it's a hobby or what, Virgin, but I love marijuana. It's my inspiration, it's my stability, it's my peace of mind. And we have this new song coming out, I Up There. You have to get ready for this video. It's for your holiday treat, all right? Coming at you this year, December. Fiery. I got the herbs in my brain, I got the herbs in my vein, I got the herbs in my blood, it is my medicine. I got the herbs in my brain, without it I'll go insane, it doesn't feel the same, I need my medicine to fly up there, I up there. Birds them a question me, say why me up there, so I up there, I up there. People I wonder how me fly. Yes, I.
Got the herbs in my brain, I got the herbs in my vein, I got the herbs in my blood, it is my medicine. Got the herbs in my brain, without it I'll go insane, it doesn't feel the same, I need my medicine to fly up there, I up there. Birds in my question me say why me up there, so I up there, I up there. People I wonder how me fly. Just one puff, me chalice light up like the Christmas trees. I get my peseta herbs in the West Indies. I love it next to the air I breathe. There is no word to describe how I feel. No, me brain a fly away. Babylon will have to hide away. Them land a slide away. Wow, it's like an holiday. Today is like no other day. Yeah, I got the herbs in my brain, I got the herbs in my vein, I got the herbs in my blood, it is my medicine. I got the herbs in my brain, without it I'll